西风吹破黑貂裘，多少江山洗卷游。My name is Ivan Ruvidic. I'm a French sinologist. I'm teaching at East China Normal University, and I'm also a stage director. Poetry for me was the best gate to discover and understand deeply or deeper the Chinese language. Tu Fu and Li Bai, of course, are very well known. Li Bai is felt and perceived like a very romantic poet in the West. Tu Fu, for example, would be someone that we could call the prince of poetry in China because his poetry is really marvelous, fantastic. So I like it a lot. Wang Wei is very impressive as well. One of the first Chinese novels I've read when I was probably 18 years old was 水浒传. There is more than 108 characters in the story. I've kept a lot of strong impression and figures in my mind. Many of them are staying always very alive in my mind. The force or the strength that Chinese literature and language have to suggest, to make suggestions, to make allusions, for example. In Mutanting, you have Du Lingyang, which is walking into the garden for a long time. So all her loves or feelings are expressed by describing the garden, these flowers, these birds. We need some practice. We need some education so you can, at the end, understand and appreciate the way the Chinese people are expressing their feelings and are creating literary works. We have a group of people who have been talk about Chinese culture, literature, Chinese opera, drama, and then sometimes we feel that, this play may be interested to create, to adapt to the stage. We try to make the audience feeling that, this is something new or this is something that we did not expect. We're trying to make Chinese culture much better known by the Western audience. And this can't be done by one person like me or by we all together, Chinese culture. And theater may be a good ground for this because theater is always entertaining. And it's a way to let people understand the Chinese story, realizing that, in the past in Chinese story, things were more complicated than we will think about, like weddings, what's happening after the death, how the Chinese look into the death. We need some materials to bring a play alive on the stage, and this is very hard, very challenging for us. Even being a sinologist and working with Chinese colleagues from the university and Chinese writers, we have to spend a lot of time to understand the way of life of ancient Chinese. When you go to another country, another culture, you have to be open-minded. You have to be ready to accept the difference. And we try to appreciate, to understand. And this is something which is very natural. And we need this kind of relationship.